Shatta Wale is saying that his life has never been the same after he came back from Jamaica, and more of this, into these stories. And then guess what? Our very own Dina say, will be releasing new album. Now, new album, no, if you don't know how to speak English and then it means this album, is not for you. So to her fans, it means Dina Samama Juma, we have to go back to our books and learn our ABCDs, because I know na bano so there's many more stories on today's episode of News Daily with me, Emma Fadeka, and OK Joseph. Okay, Joseph.
I'm okay.
Okay, so let's start with Shatta.
Yeah.
Shatta is saying that after he came back from Jamaica, his life has never been the same. How do you understand what he said?
This is a proof to the fact that playing international shows also adds to your value as an artist.
Okay.
Shatta some time back came out talking about how Sarkodie is investing so much in his craft, and Stonebwoy is playing international shows and he doesn't see the value and other things. This is a proof that if you're an artist and you go out of the box to play internationally, it helps also build your brand. It adds up to your brand. It adds up to your craft. Okay. We've seen that, yes, when Shatta came back from the Jamaica show, he's all of a sudden resurfaced in the industry. Jamaica or the Caribbean is listening to him. Even artists in the Caribbean, Jamaica and other countries are listening to him. They are doing reactions to his songs. It was something that was not done. You won't see a Jamaican content creator or music react to Shatta Wale's song, but all of a sudden they are reacting to his songs. He's been trending in Jamaica. So this is a plus. This is what we say that, see, you shouldn't only be seen in your local territory. You should move outside. Okay. You should play international shows. It adds up to the brand. Okay,
so I think this is also a perfect example whereby right, a bon and akola wo hons na they share them too much. Opieba ni pemua eyeni bebre. Right, so I won't say he has played local for a long time, but washe fiache, washe ganache. So now that's all about, he's seeing that, okay, there's something better out there. I'm not saying that what is in our home is.
Oh yes, I get where you're coming from.
He's now saying that, okay, he's now getting the exposure
exactly
he actually needs, and I think this is a plus for him, and let's pray that this continues so that his brand shoot up out there, right? Yeah. Okay, so before you do Dina Samuel's story, why are you laughing? Before you do Dina Samuel's story, let's talk about Lynx Entertainment. So Richie just granted an interview, and he said a lot of things. And the most prominent one I would like us to talk about is the fact that he has parted ways with some of the artists that were signed
under his
label. And last year, some of them came out to talk. Even Kuami Eugene, said some things about this whole thing. But then it was unfortunate Lynx Entertainment didn't come out to give us
release a
official statement. Yeah. But this year, Richie himself has granted an interview. What do you think about the whole thing?
I think starting with the pressure, Richie hinted on it. He said that his company is not that kind of company that will part ways with an artist or a worker and they will come out to release a press and say we are no longer working with this person, because once they do that, they cut ties with all people who can actually help that person. Because if they are working with Kuami Eugene and they cut ties or they are no longer working with Kuami Eugene, there are people who still think Kuami Eugene is with them. So when Kuami Eugene comes, Charlie, if you can help me, they will still help because they think this is Richie's boy. But once they come out to say, I'm no longer working with this person, it will be hard for them to actually help the artist. Coming to the parting ways with other artists, we know that Lynx 2 years ago did a grand unveiling for 4 of their artists. DSL, Maya Blue, Boy Jake, and Saint Lennon.
I think even last year Maya Blue came out to talk about the whole incident.
Yes, she said it came to her as a shock and other things. So they did a grand unveiling for these artists, and Lynx Entertainment was ready to work with them. But something came up. Richie says that, see, they wanted to do something different and it needed more funds. And so they had to cut some things out so that they can venture into the fields they want to venture into. And so they did what they had to do in the interest of the company. But then, from what Richie said, they only cut off the financing part.
They cut off the financial.
Yes, so they just decided that we are not financing you again, but you have access to studio sessions, management, you have access to distribution and other things. So I think that is something you should even be excited about, because see, some labels, when they cut you off, that is it. They cut you off everything. You don't have access to their studios, you don't have access to you don't have access to anything. Okay, but Richie was so kind to say that, see, we are going into something that will strain us financially. And every company does that. If they see that financially they are being strained, they cut off workers. They send off workers, and sometimes, Charlie, they send you off and you are so frustrated, but they send you off. And so with Lynx, they thought about you and they said, okay, we are cutting you off, but then you have access to studio session, you have access to distribution. The only thing we are taking out is that we are not financing. That's all. Okay, but one question I have is that there were 4 artists who were signed and unveiled by Lynx 2 years ago. DSL, Maya Blue, Boy Jake, Saint Lennon. Now, when these people were cut off, DSL is still under 360 management. That means they are still financing. He is still with them. They didn't cut him off. Now, my question is that, how do you cut 3 people off and leave 1 person?
You know, I think Maya Blue is right. She came out to say that she wasn't aware.
Yes, it came out as a surprise.
But then Richie has also said that they were aware. And I think Richie is right, because I don't think that you are working with me and then you won't communicate anything, you know, with me. Then you just take an abrupt decision. So I'm very sure they were aware. They were told ahead of time.
Exactly.
But they may not have accepted or be on the same page with Richie.
The management.
That is why he left. So I think the other guy probably thought about the whole thing and, you know, he decided to stay. And yet again, probably the management also, you know, it is human beings they are working with. So I'm sure maybe they've also weighed the strengths and weaknesses of all of them. And they are thinking that the particular one, DSL has more strengths compared to the others. So probably that is why they are still keeping him, I think.
That could be a point, but I am speaking from the angle where, you know, Charlie, we were all brought into the company. We were all unveiled. And 3 of us are being sent away and you are left alone. You know, it comes with a lot of thoughts. It comes with a lot of speculations, you know, and internally, a lot of people will say things that will trigger you. So that is what I'm looking at. But I am also thinking how DSL still got himself in there, you know, because I know Lynx Entertainment looks at multi-talents. It is not just about you being able to sing alone or rap alone. can you produce, can you rap? So I think these are some of the things DSL had over the artists, and
the strengths were
and they put him in. But Charlie, the other artists should understand, work is work. Company management is not easy. Managing a label is not easy. Just keep on working hard and everything will be fine. Maya Blue, you are a fine talent. I think right after leaving them, you are still doing well. Not well, but at least you're still doing well. Okay,
so say my anchor Dina Sama. I was switching on my country because Dina there. I don't so Dina Sama say Oba release the album. But then the album, so one table for so I mean table for me. They be can you imagine Makoto book be a friend of learning how to learn to speak good English? Can you imagine?
Because of Dina Samoa.
All because of Dina Samoa. So Dina is saying, say, once a brofa, then the album is not meant for you.
No, me catch will be said. My next album, everybody this year, after 2 days, stepping stone. This time, me mamu tree baby. Oh, me your mammy, baby. My mom brofuna ye baby. Tree ni back to a meeting on table for starting couple of school.
What do you have to say?
Dina Samuano Yankachi.
Yeah.
Daben was as a cambrofo.
Okay, let's take it from this angle. No, you just say yours first.
Dina Samoa. Daben was as a cambrofo.
No, they're not a brofo, so a cambrofo. Yes, I listen to her morning shows on
and
radio.
She speaks English.
And the English a bim.
But Dina Samoa, Dina Samoa has a cambrofo.
Oh, she speaks.
No,
English.
she doesn't speak good English.
I listen to her morning shows. Brofuni bim, come on. Hey. What the show on so
on to make a fan base of Munkusia Brofo because album no day but no step down and a machine I the power a computer fridge nyama.
So you're saying it's irrelevant?
It's irrelevant. To me, it's irrelevant.
So to me, I think it's relevant. It's
relevant. To what extent?
To what extent? Okay. So let me pick it from this angle. We all know Dina.
Acute angle.
Yeah, we all know Dina, right? She used to preach about not wearing makeup, not doing this, dressing in a certain type of way. Yes, but she has seen the light. She say, hi, Dina, some way sono. I see me now. And you know me, man take a cup of my bread. Yes, whoever showed Dina the light has actually showed her the good thing. Now
you know the apple they said Adam ate and his eye opened. Adam and Eve ate. Is the same apple Dina has eaten.
Then is the best. She should give me some.
That fruit, Dina has eaten some.
But frankly speaking, her transition from that side to the modern side is good, right? Her dressing has changed, her walking, her speech, right?
Shades your Shedeko Empress gifty,
easy, right? So if Dina is saying that her fans should learn how to speak English because her new album is full of English. I think it's a good thing she's preaching. Yes, it's a good thing she's preaching because she's trying to tell you, say, Masasa.
It's also
say menye tree. Say you're going international.
It's also
so yeah, it's also upgrade yourself.
Album, what's it? Album needing? I'll say a friend step down.
That's why they obi susuna. I releasing the cover photo. A yellow boxer.
Bema.
And I want to be in Bema. Say no the So and we don't know what it comes on to. Obi what's on the step down. Maybe it is stepping down from the archaic way of living.
Gospel artists releasing album. I'll see a friend is step down.
I mean, just say it is stepping down from the archaic ways of doing things. Like step down from it and let's move into the new. let's just wait and see. But for me, the Dina cannot. It doesn't hold water for me. This is woman supporting woman. I believe you probably because this album, I'll promote it personally. I'll promote it personally, don't worry.
Dina, thank you very much for stepping down for all of us and asking us to upgrade our levels. Don't worry. Your fan base, they will upgrade for you. Yeah. But that notwithstanding, we are signing in again. You know, sign in. The biggest campus party is happening on the 31st of January. My niggas, you can't miss this fun, man. It is happening inside Briefcase right at East Legon. You've got to get your tickets by now. It's 50 cedis for ravers and 100 cedis for flexes. That is a cool rate, Charlie. Okay, then why haven't you gotten your ticket? So grab your ticket. If you want to get your ticket, you can call 020-9194-686. You can call Kuyabwa 020-9194-686, or you can call Zamani on 050-178-922, 050-1758-922, or you can call Zygote on 055-438-5919. Grab your ticket this 31st inside Briefcase. Let's chill, let's have fun. I don't know which campus you are on, but all the campuses, university campuses in Accra, the location to be on the 31st is a sign-in right inside Briefcase. Let's lock it up.
Okay, so that's a wrap for today's itsfuse News Daily right here on itsfuse TV and One Play Africa. So don't forget to engage with us on all our social media platforms. We'll be back next.